Hello, and welcome to Backcountry Wood Products. Join us for part 3 of our Range Road EcoPro 300 firewood processor build. So to get started for today, we're first going to install the top. In order to do this, we have to back off our bolts and our nuts here, and then we need to take off our nut and bolt in the back of the tongue here. Slide our tongue in position, reinstall our bolt into the rear, and then tighten up our nuts and our bolts for a lock on the tongue. Alright, now that you have your drawbar installed, we can install the jack. Simply take the 2 bolts out right here and reinstall them with your jack on. Now we can install the manual log roller arm. The easiest way to do it is have the leg on the ground here to hold it up. We simply take the pin out here, drop down in your roller, line up the pin and the roller into this area here, and reinstall your cotter pin. I want to point out as well, the leg does not go on the ground when operating. The leg goes up into this position when operating. Next, we're going to finish installing the spring here on the log clamp. Simply take out the nut, or bolt, excuse me, and pull your log clamp back up. Take a pair of pliers here, bend your spring up and push into place. Then reinstall your bolt back in place. So now we're going to put this bracket on. It has 2 holes in it here. It simply gets bolted right here. This bracket is what holds your log infeed arm here, roller arm, up in position if you're traveling or if it's if you're storing it. It has some adjustment in it, and so you might need to play with adjustment on it to make your pin fit. Alright, now we're going to begin to assemble the splitting wedge adjustment. Simply take off this nut, washer, and spring. Put your handle into place here. Put back on your spring, washer, and nut. Then we need to take this bolt and the washers with it, set them here to the side. We're going to slip this into place into the rear, down here at the bottom, into a pipe. Put that into position, and we're going to go to the other side and reinstall our bolt and our washers. Alright, now that we have the handle in, now we can put your adjustment height plate in. Simply take out your bolts that we have in here, put your plate up there, put your bolts back in, and put your handle back up. At this time, after we put these in and tighten them up, you can adjust your bolt that puts your tension on your handle here to the desired pressure. So after we finally have installed all the splitting wedge adjustment, we finally get to put the splitting wedge itself in. And it just simply sets in place. There you go. So moving on, we're going to connect the cables that attach your engine to the battery and your battery clamps here. If you haven't located these yet, they are found in your toolbox of your machine. So to start, we're going to put your ground wire on, and on the engine side it gets attached to this bolt right here, which is the ground bolt for your engine, 10mm bolt. Alright, now that we have our ground hooked up here, we can go ahead and attach our positive here, which goes to a little stud that is on the back of our solenoid. And there's a little 10mm nut on it that we have to take off and then reinstall. So after we attach our wires to the engine and push them through from the other side here, we can put our clamps on for the battery. Simply put your clamps on, put them up into position, and clamp them on your battery. Some of the machines have this cover off when you receive them. Basically, you just take off the 3 bolts that are taped on the back and install them in place. So thank you for watching part 3 of our build of the Range Road EcoPro 300 Firewood processor. Join us next time as we continue the build with the output conveyor assembly.